Welcome, Homeworthy, to my beautiful townhouse in New York. Come in.
You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story.
Hi, my name is Philipp. We are at my home in New York. I'm a dreamer, I'm a believer. I believe in my dreams until they come true. And I'm a father. I was 19 when I started designing. I decided to become independent. I was at law school at this time. I wanted to be successful in whatever. I just wanted to be independent, move out from my parents' home, have my own place, and I started designing furniture in the beginning. I had an interior company, and then somehow I started to design handbags, leather goods, and from there I ended up doing fashion, and that's one of my passions today. And I do many things, but I think, you know, I'm not just a designer for clothes. I do everything what is fun and what excites me, and I think over time we created a kind of lifestyle brand which includes hospitality, hotel, nightclub, restaurants, yeah, many things. So yeah, and here we are. We are at the moment in the Upper East Side in New York. This is a brownstone. It's a traditional way of building houses here in New York. It has 7 floors, and we're in a very nice, quiet street, not so far away from Central Park. It's my favorite area here in New York. The house was originally built by a German, and we know that because whenever you build a home or when you buy a home, you make a survey, and the way it was built, you can tell it was a German who built it, because everybody has different traditions, right? Italians would build different than Germans, Germans would build different than Austrians or French people, so that's very fun and exciting. So I didn't know that until I signed the contract. It's a happy home today, you know. I have a lot of kids. I have 4 sons. I have Rocket who's singing here in the back. Rocky, you want to say hello to the man? Hello.
Hello.
So this is Rocket Halo Ocean. We have Hurricane upstairs, and we have Rouge also here in the house. And yeah, it became a family home. When I bought this home, originally it was 2013. I had just 1 son who just was born, and now I have 4 kids. So, you know, a home is nothing than a shell and core, but when you fill it up with family, with people, with life, it becomes a home. Because this is what makes a home become a home. The place where you are with your loved ones. So we are in the entrance hall, really pretty much high ceilings, look all the way up. It's pretty dope. And yeah, I like hotels, I travel a lot, so I have spent a lot of time in hotels. When you enter a beautiful hotel, you always see the flowers in the entrance. So that's why my gardener, these are all real, fresh flowers. Every time I come to town, I have fresh flowers here. It's very impressive, and he does an amazing job. And what can I say? I mean, this is a beautiful marble from Europe as well. Actually, everything here is from Europe. This is a hand railing, which is in brass. It's metal, it's handmade, and it's the shape of a branch. Also the chandelier here inside are branches, and this is because outside in my street here, the Upper East Side, I have a lot of trees. So when I bought the house, everything was blooming, it was green, and I think it was May or September, August. It was in the summertime, it was beautiful, and so I wanted to bring something from this natural street life, outside, inside. And this is where we're at. But before we go up, we go down in the kitchen. So come with me. So, very important, every wall is different. I told you, also the coverings and the wall coverings, the wallpapers. I have a wallpaper actually design company as well. So, but these are not my wallpapers, because when I did the house I didn't have that. But this is a very special texture. You can see it, but you cannot feel it. It's 3-dimensional, and it's really, really nice. And you see different wallpapers at the same wall, makes it become even more 3-dimensional. Even here you can see the breakthrough into the kitchen. This is brass. It's like a frame, like a door frame when you come in. And as I said, I like flowers, I like nature. And you have on the ceiling all the little animals, bees and butterflies, because what happens in the kitchen, the bees, fly-sticky bees, I don't know how to say in English. So, there's a lot of life here and a lot of energy because the kids come here, we have breakfast here, we talk here, we meet here, we play here, and every morning it's a mess, you can't believe. So, I like this hallway here because it's a transition from the kitchen into the breakfast room, and this is why I have here also something made out of glass, like a door, so when the kids are playing, you don't hear them, or you can have a video call, or you can have a meeting even. And very nice, this is a company from Paris. They made these amazing branches as door handles, very nice in the hand. They're also brass, and these door handles are nearly everywhere. Even this is the elevator. This is the elevator door. You can't tell there's an elevator behind, but then you have 7 floors and so many kids, you need an elevator. From here we enter into the breakfast room. Also here you have the hexagons on the ceiling, and the bees, when they build the house, it's full of hexagons, by the way, just to let you know. So here, this is a company from Paris who created this beautiful backdrop. Every single piece is wood, and they're all like different pieces, all combined together. It's an artist from Paris, and I saw that in Paris, and I liked it, so I shipped it all the way here. It's very warm, all the wood makes the house very livable and very livable, so that's what I like about it. And we have 6 chimneys, real chimneys, here in the house, and this is one of them, and it's all made in marble, all custom made. This is, by the way, the same stone you saw downstairs, silver wave, and all the other chimneys you will find in this house have a different stone. So let's go to the next level. I'm in my job, I'm a maximalist. I'm famous for that. I like to decorate things, I like to over decorate things. That's part of the DNA of the brand. I have many homes. I have many homes all over the world. I have a beautiful home in south of France, LA, New York, Switzerland, and every home is different. Whenever I create a home, I try to have a story, a red line throughout the whole concept, right? So every house I own has a name, has a concept, and here it's called 162. So 162, fun fact, is the house number, and in Europe, different than in the US, it's 16th of February, and here in the US it's 216. So when I was house hunting here in the US, I looked at many places, and at the end, believe it or not, this made my choice, because I thought, there were 2-3 homes I was looking at and I was about to buy. I couldn't make a decision, and then because of the number, I thought that's a sign, so that must be my home. How often do you find a home which has your birthday, as the number? So I thought that's really pretty much cool, so I named it 16-2, New York. Okay, so now we are about to go up on the, I know it's really hard to say because we are now at the ground level. This is when you come in from New York. Just open the door so that you understand where we're at. This is, by the way, the home of Sean Connery, my hero, and he was pretty much alive when I bought this house, not anymore. So you come in from the street level, and there's another very important building in front of us. Come here, come here. You see the green door over there? That is Breakfast at Tiffany's. So this is where they filmed it. Very famous people come up to this building, make pictures, get excited about it. Now we are more or less, I call it the ground floor, something in between, as I told you. The beauty about this floor is the floor. Look at the floor, the actual floor. This is vintage wood from Europe, okay? So it became even more beautiful over time. And I like wood, as I told you, in this house more than in others. I have other homes where I barely use wood, but here wood is a big thing, right? Also because of the tree theme and the door handles and all this. But look at this one here. This is amazing. So this is a transition. This looks like branches, also all made of brass. It's a kind of art installation, as you can see, so it keeps it very open. It's like a railing. It's like a separation between here and the stairs, which are going down with the hand-blown crystals from Murano. Different marble here, very beautiful. Also different wall covering. There's a little lounge here. When you come up here, you want to wait. You wait for the kids, you wait for the wife, you wait for your friends, you wait for me. Can happen. So also very, very beautiful. Look at this beautiful wallpaper looks like stingray. Actually, it's not a real stingray, but it looks and it feels like stingray. Then we have this beautiful console with the flowers and the mirror there. So from there we go into the dining room, one of my favorite rooms in the house. Honestly speaking, again, the branches at the door as a handle. These are classic chairs from Vitre, okay? Make it really nice and modern. My father was a doctor, he had these chairs in his hospital when you were in the waiting room. Not the same, but this kind of design and style. And look at this piece of marble. It's a single piece, basically, and we had to get this piece from Europe all the way in here. You can imagine how many Italians were here helping me to finish that. And I think there's somewhere a video how we got this in here. By the way, I bought this house 2013. I finished it 2013. I was very quick. I wanted to stay here first night on Christmas, and that's also very important. All my homes, the first night I always slept on Christmas Eve. I don't know how I did it, but it happened like that. So my goal was also when I buy a home, when I refurnish it, or when I rebuild it or build it, I want to make sure that on Christmas Eve I can be there and celebrate Christmas with me. That's like a kind of, you know, goal which I set to myself. Yeah, look at all these wall coverings, vintage mirrors. Look at this ceiling. This is from Netherlands. That's an art installation. Beautiful natural stone. Also the chandelier. You have this endless, like kind of, you know, mirror effect when you look up there with the camera. Super nice, the old wood. And also here we have again the chimney in the room, big window down to the backyard. This is a nice wall lamp. We have here a situation where we can prepare food when we have guests. We have a little wine fridge. We can prepare here all the different dishes to serve. And this is my little conference room. It's very nice. Look at the floor. It's not actually wood. This is stone, but it has the fishbone pattern. And yeah, on the walls we have this beautiful, very royal blue, big croc skin wallpaper, which is not a real croc skin, it's real wallpaper, but it's very nice. It's a nice room because in the summer you are surrounded by trees, everything is green, and you feel like you're sitting in Central Park. So it's a very nice place to hang out, have meetings, and to work. I think every home or everything I do has to be, you know, I have to admire it, I have to like it. I don't do things I don't like, you know. Otherwise, I'm not getting excited. I have to get excited about it. And I don't work with a budget. I don't work with limits. I think there is no limit in your fantasy and in your dreams, and that makes things so exciting. Also, people to work with, people like to, pretend to say it's impossible, until they try, and you know, we make things happen. I'm inspired today by the children, by my kids. Okay, I've never been really someone who got inspired by other people around me, because I never had a role model, I would say. I always followed my own vision, my own dreams, and today I'm really pretty much inspired by little kids, because I have so many little kids around me every day. And the way they discover the world through their innocent eyes is incredible, and that's very inspiring because they are completely pure. They don't know hate, they don't know envy, they don't know jealousy. So whatever comes out of their mouths is so pure and honest, and this is really hard to find nowadays, and that's very inspiring. Beautiful staircase, all wood. It's going through all the house, okay? So as I said, 7 floors, so there's a lot of stairs to go. So I would say let's go to the next floor. So when you have so many stairs in a home, you know what? You stay fit. I was living for a year or two in a boarding school close to the Great Lake of Constance in Switzerland. And it was an old castle, you know, the Harry Potter movie. So I was staying in one of these schools, and my room was on the last floor. Every time I had to walk up all the stairs, and I was basically living in a tower, right? And it was really a lot of stairs. Whenever I missed class or I forgot something upstairs in my room, I had to take all the stairs up and down. So it reminds me of my school days. So this is one of the living rooms, really nice. Look at the ceiling. This is actually renovated because when I first time renovated the house 12 years ago, and then after COVID I did another touch-up and I changed this room because I had different chandeliers in here and different furniture. So I wanted to make it more cozy because I got more kids, So it's a real nice family room, no television in here, family style, hang out, beautiful chimney, look at the bright colors, and you see here the other neighbors in front of you, the other brownstones, and I really like it here. I love the carpet, I like the big seating areas, the cozy sofa. Yeah, it's very bright. You have white stingray on this wall, you have white beige crocodile on this wall, different marbles, and another wallpaper here. So look at the textures, look at all the details. So I'm really into details because I think this makes a difference. And obviously I like lamps, I like lights. I think with lights you can make an amazing effect. So here in the evening it's insane. People come up here, and that's really funny. They ring the bell and say, this is a chandelier store, and they want to buy a chandelier because they see it from the street when they look at my house at night. And that's what I did in the night when I was younger. I remember when my father, well, before Christmas Eve, we went through the streets and we looked through the windows and you saw the Christmas trees and you saw the lights. And yeah, that's what I remember. And it's a very nice memory. And anyway, coming back here, I feel cozy. I think a home has to feel cozy. You know, I think you should, when you design a home, it should be a home and not a showroom. It should be something where you feel comfortable and you feel happy. And if your style maybe is more modern or more contemporary, or you like more minimalism, you know, you should realize that in your style. But sometimes it's not nice to live in an empty room with no pictures on the wall. I think it's really important to create something where you really feel, I don't want to leave that place. And that's what I do. So there's a picture of me and Andrea. This is when she was pregnant. Actually, this picture is just a year old. So that's our newest son, Hurricane Thor Thunder. Hurricane Thor Thunder was born on the 6th of October last year. So he's still a baby. And you know, also I want to say what is important is I build homes to entertain. So most of my homes are, not most of them, all of them are built to have parties, events throughout the day and throughout the year. And you know, I do the Oscars in LA, I had the film festival in Cannes, I did huge fashion shows there. Here in this house we had yesterday a huge party. I think 100 people came in here, and you don't even see that 100 people was in this building and was running around, because there's one rule: always take off your shoes. And it was funny because all the people are dressing up. It's Fashion Week in New York. You had all these cool looking people coming in here, fancy, dressed up. Everybody had to leave their shoes at the door and make sure that on every floor there's a security, making sure nobody comes in with shoes, right? So this is a little preparation area. So you have so many floors, you don't want to go down to the kitchen if you want to have a drink. So you have your wine fridge here, you have your soft drinks in here, your water, and from there you go into another living room. And this is very nice and bright as well, because I like bright colors. Big windows, very green outside. We have a terrace here that's very nice in New York. And when I bought this house, I wanted to have a home, you know, where I feel like being in a house, because many homes here, so many apartments, beautiful apartments, expensive apartments, but there's so many big high-rises around, you don't even see the sun. You have big windows, but you are always in the shadow. Here the sun comes through. It's not a sunny day today, but it's still bright. And when it's summer, everything is green. So I love it. So big sofa here, a lot of tables, chess, and we have a TV here, but we barely watch TV. We're so busy here when we're in the city. Look at this faceted mirror decoration on the walls. Also, again, important is the details. Look into the lampshades, because every lampshade has a coverage inside. So it's not just a lampshade outside, there's also a coverage inside. And when you look closer, it's the same pattern which I use on the pillows. So the same pattern used on the pillows you can find inside my lampshades, which is a cool detail. I did it the first time in south of France, and I liked it. And in the night you can see the shadow of the design going through the lampshade. So it's all little things. Okay, we're on another floor now. I forgot which floor we're at. So you see also here different wallpapers, a completely different vibe, and that's the beauty about the house. I told you every room, every floor is different. Behind me is the kids' playroom, so very special. I have a big fable you say, for kids' rooms. So every house I have different kids' rooms. South of France I have a big air balloon as a bed, and my son got, one of my sons who likes cars, he got a huge VW bus, you know, the surfer bus, as a bed. And another one, we have a slide. So this is how we roll, guys. So you see, this is the chair, the mom's chair. This is one of my son's Rocket Halo Ocean. So now there are even 2 more babies, so I couldn't change the carpet every time I have a kid. So it's a community room. All the kids come up here to play. This is a plane. Funny because, you know, my sons like everything what is flying or driving. At the moment they love diggers, pretty much, so that's what they really like. And whenever you come to America, we have to take the plane, right? So we go to the kids' room with the plane. And yeah, it's a bright, beautiful room. You see here the trees outside in the summer. It's important for the kids to have their toys up here. They jump around, they climb in, they climb out, they fall out of the plane. Everything happens here, and yeah, it's important to make them happy. There's a little kids' bathroom where they have their, you know, where they take their baths and where they get ready for the day. And I think it's important that every kid, and the kids in general, have their own space where they can hang out and be together. And especially when you have so many brothers, you know, you're never alone. You always have to learn to share. You have to learn how to be, you know, nice to each other. And it's not always easy because, you know, it's all boys. I have 4 boys, so they are all very competitive to each other. That's a custom-made wallpaper. So Rocket Halo Ocean is one of my son's names, as you can see here on the floor. Another son of mine is called Hurricane Thor Thunder. Then I have Rouge Sky Galaxy, and then there's Romeo Prince Plein. So all of them have special names. I think it's very important to give the names to a child, which later on will help to build their personality. And you know, when you choose a name, and there are so many names out there which already have been used by other people. So when you hear the name Philip or the name Peter or the name Paul, you think about somebody maybe you knew from school, you knew from kindergarten, you knew from work, and you associate something with this name. So I wanted to choose a name which is blank, you know, like a white piece of paper. I think it builds your character if you are proud of your name, your heritage, you know. And this is something which I learned when I was a child, because I switched homes very often. I switched 6 times my home, and every time I went to a new school, a new place, when I was a child, I was the outsider because I didn't have friends there. I had to come into a new community and find new people which I could, you know, play with and friends. So it's important to build your own character, even as a young age. And you saw my son before. Rocky was very proud to say, "My name is Rocky. I'm Rocky. Who are you? How are you?" So let's go to the gym. Okay, we are on the way to the last floor, but actually there is another rooftop terrace upstairs, so 7 is not the right number. I think the secret is of this house has 8 floors. So we are coming up to the gym. When you make it up here, you're already proven that you are in shape, because coming all the way up here, 7 floors is quite a thing. So that's my gym. I think it's very important. All my homes have gyms. This is quite one of the smallest gyms, I would say, in my homes, but it's really nice. I like working out here, and it doesn't look like a classic gym, right? So we have this fancy fridge. 12 years ago it was cool. You just press it, it opens up. Also here, different world, different wall textures, different design, different colors. Every floor I've seen so far is different from each other. So that's one of my workout stations here. That's my stepper. That's my workout bench, and from here you can go out on the terrace where there's a jacuzzi, and then on another floor up you have a barbecue and you have a sun deck, right? So in New York, having such a lot of space, I think it's quite luxury, because New York is famous for, you know, not having big apartment spaces so easily available and accessible. So it gives me a lot of space here. You can really build here a family life, even though it's more a vacation home. And what is very important, because New York is also famous for becoming really cold in the winter. And I spent Christmas, for instance, in always south of France in the beginning. Then on the 25th I come to New York, and then on the 29th I go to LA. So that's why all of my homes are set up for Christmas. But New York is cold in the winter, so we have a sauna, which is very nice. So you come up here, you have your sauna. Actually, I barely use it. It's nice in here, and then you have your shower in here. You have your shower room and your toilet here after the sauna or after the gym to, you know, to relax and get ready, or in the summertime, because New York is also famous for the hot summers when everybody goes away from the city down to the Hamptons. You know, I hang out here in the jacuzzi on the terrace, everything is green, and catch some sun. So you can really have fun here in the city throughout the whole year. New York is a special place, it's a special town. There is no other place than New York, honestly speaking. So I have to say it's one of my favorite places to be in the world, and I'm happy not to be able to stay in a hotel or not to be forced to stay in a hotel with so many kids. Not easy at all. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, this house is very special because all my homes are very different from each other. Every room has different textures. You will hardly find a white wall. I like to create a journey throughout every home. So whenever you enter a new room, you go into a new world. And I think you will feel and see that. And that's exciting. And I want it to become a real, yeah, a journey in a way, and an adventure also. You never know what comes next. Whenever you open a door, there's something else which excites and which is, I would say, expect the unexpected. Alright, we are on the master floor. This is where the master bathroom, master bedroom is. So if you come with me, different wall panels also here, all in marble, beautiful. So you can come in here and then you go through this hallway and you come into this master bedroom, which I love. All custom made, as I told you. We have the wood panels here. So we have behind here the 162 logo of the house with the Yankee logo, and you know, JC made the Yankees more famous than the Yankee can, as you remember. So that's what we know from Europe when we think about New York. We think about hot dogs, we think about the Big Apple, the Statue of Liberty, and the New York Knicks and the New York Yankees. So coming back here, so it's a really cozy room. I like that, I love that, and yeah, what can I say? Everything is the way I wanted it and the way I like it. And keep in mind, I designed this 12 years ago. 12 years ago I did that, and it looks new. Everything looks new here, everything is brand new. Yeah, it feels like it has never been used before. Probably because I don't spend so much time here, but you know, this is also the nice thing about interior design. It's timeless, right? When you design fashion, you have to think about things are changing so fast and so quick. Sometimes you find a fashion magazine which is 10 years old and you open it up and you think, oh my god, look at these people, what did they wear, what was their makeup look like, and look at their hair and look at their style and look at all these details, and I would never wear that today. But interior magazines, you can find something which is 40, 50 years old, a textual digest, you cannot even tell from which year they are, because when it comes to interior, it's much more timeless. So come with me to the master bathroom, which I think is amazing. I love it, it's very New York style, floor heated, very important. So you come in here, you have this beautiful vintage tiles, okay? And then you have this marble from Europe, which basically is with the color of peach. So there's a little peach inside, okay, very natural. And you have this beautiful freestanding bathtub here, all hand polished in chrome, and this makeup table for my girlfriend. You have a chair here to chill, and then look at the shower, book matching marble throughout, also on the walls. Very nice, this shower cabin here. And I have to say that when you, after a long day, relax in here, or in the morning you get ready in here, it really gives me a lot of energy. It's very peaceful, very calm. You have music playing and you really enjoy. Home, as I said in the beginning, means for me actually not what in the common sense it means. For me, it's where your heart is and where you feel happy, right? This can be most of the times next to your family, next to your children. And it doesn't matter where you are, but when you are with your family and your children, this is when I feel home. So I'm somebody who has a lot of homes all over the world, really all over the place, from the West Coast to the East Coast, all the way down to south of France and to Switzerland. So these places couldn't be much more different from each other than they are. But whenever I travel with my family, it really fills my house with joy and happiness, and this is when I think I'm home. I'm sometimes traveling by myself and I come here without my kids, and it doesn't feel like home, to me. It feels like something is missing. So a house is just a shell. It's an empty box. and then it depends what you put inside, you know, and this really makes a difference. The content, not just the wall.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.